Hey church, this is Ryan Wade, Community Outreach Pastor at Crossgates Baptist Church. And I have my wife Summer here, and what we're going to be doing today is talking about masks. And so I'm sure you've seen people wearing masks out. Maybe you've seen some of the videos or tutorials online that people are posting to show how to make masks. Maybe you've heard our church is taking donations for masks. Why are we doing that? Well, we have people who are in patient care in our community who have called the church and they're requesting masks in their different patient care settings. And so we've been taking donations of masks, and thank you. If you've made masks and donated them already, thank you so much. They've been a blessing to those we've been able to get to. But what we want to do now is we've had a significant increase in the number of requests for masks from patient care facilities. So what we want to do is we want to kind of highlight some of the different masks that people are making so that if you have the opportunity, if you have the materials, if you have a sewing machine at home, you might consider helping us be a blessing to those in our community by making masks. So Summer, tell us, we've got different kinds of masks. Can you kind of tell us about these three different types of masks that we want to highlight today that seem to be the most popular?
Yes, the CDC Guidelines about masks, they're asking the mask to fit snugly against the side of the face, to be secured with loops around the ears or to have ties, that they are multiple layers of fabric, and that they are easily washed and dried.
So show us these masks we have here today.
We have a version that has elastic for ear loops or earpieces. We also have a version that fabric for ties, and then shoelace to secure it with.
The reason we have three different types of masks is materials are getting hard to find. So as we go and highlight these, what we're going to do is we're going to provide a link in the description so you can look at what materials you have at home, look at the patterns, look at the video, see which one you feel comfortable making, and then make some of those and possibly donate to us. And so again, in the description below this video is going to be links where you can see each of these videos step by step on how to make them. So tell us a little bit more about these masks.
Okay, the first version, multiple layers of fabric, and we have elastic for the earpieces. If you have this elastic, great, but this is running out. And we're not asking you to go buy things or get out, and do that. But maybe you have elastic hairbands that you can cut and sew on the sides, depending on whatever the measurements that the pattern calls for. This is a good mask. Multiple layers of fabric, has pleats, and it has the elastic for the earpieces. It's not hard to do. A lady from our church did this. She did a great job. It's not overwhelming. Again, it just takes time, fabric, and some elastic.
Speaking of time, what would you say, maybe 10 minutes, give or take?
Maybe 10 minutes, depending on how long you've been sewing. I haven't sewn in a long time, and I'm by no means a master seamstress, but it's very doable.
Okay, so you don't have to be an expert. You can make these masks. Tell us the difference between this one with the elastic loops and this one with the ties.
This one has ties. This is really easy. Multiple layers of fabric. Sew it together. Use more fabric to make ties with. Not very hard at all. Not very time consuming. This is just fabric and thread. So if you have fabric and thread and a sewing machine, you can make this.
Okay, so the first mask I think would be the most popular with the elastic, but elastic's getting hard to find. The next one is basically the same, but has these fabric ties, which can take a little bit more time than putting the elastic on. And this one looks different with a shoelace. Tell us about this one.
This one is a little more detailed to make, but it's not hard because if I can do it, you can too. And then the pattern just tells you what to do, and you just loop the shoelace in, and it's really a good fit. This is my favorite actually. But again, we're not specifying which one for you to do. We're just asking you to do what you can with the materials you already have accessible at home.
Right. So as we're making this video, the request that we have from the patient care facilities, they have not specified a different pattern.
Not yet.
So these are the different patterns that are out there right now, and the facilities have not specified one yet. I think all three of these are great. It just depends on what you have available. And so as we want to be a blessing to our community, we want to help provide this extra layer of protection to those who've requested it from us.
Psalm 91:4 says, "He will cover you with his feathers. You will take refuge under his wings. His faithfulness will be a protective shield." These masks are kind of like a shield to our face, but we know that God is our shield. And so in providing these masks, we can be a blessing to others and a reminder that God is our ultimate shield.
That's right. We want to be a blessing to those in our community. So if you have a sewing machine and you have some material, if you would consider making some of these masks and donating to us and help us to continue to be a blessing to those in our community. Maybe you're going to make a mask for yourself and your family. Could you make a couple extra and donate them? We have a bin outside the doors of the fellowship hall at our church where you can drop off masks that you make. You just want to make some, put them in a bag, a Ziploc bag, some type of bag, put them in that bin. We'll get those masks. We'll get them to the patient care facilities who've requested them. Maybe you've got some elastic laying around the house that you're not using, or some brand new shoelaces that have never been used. You want to come by and drop those in the bin. We'll get those in the hands of those who are making these masks. But Crossgates, thank you. You always go above and beyond, and we're just grateful for how you help us continue to carry the transforming love of Jesus to the longing hearts around us. So if you would consider these masks, how they can be a blessing. If you want to ask a question, you can always email us, onehope@crossgates.org. Send us an email if you have any questions at onehope@crossgates.org. Thank you.